Mouse, face forward for life. Yeah, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gon' stop me while I'm up in this bitch. And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Cheer, standing on my own, walking through the fire. And nothing's gonna stop me till my life inspired. My life expectancy never seen 21 or higher. But I'm a motherfucking rider, suicider, thoughts going in the ride. Bumping big while I'm pumping on live. Been in corners, hope I never collide. With the police, show me ID, then they throw me in the back of the ride. But I'm far from Chitar, but my delivery's awesome. Jimmy Johnson, you dealing with Dallas and NASCAR. So Jimmy John's here's a motherfucking food for thought. Man, you ain't fucking with him, you ain't fucking with Mouse. I never panicked, still standing on my own 10 through it all. And that's all, and you was never my brethren, my God flow. Speak apostle when you sounded like Tevin, better luck tomorrow, dog. See, the problem is, you know, I can't hold your hand in this. Ain't nothing gonna stop the money, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gon' stop me while I'm up in this bitch. Face forward for life, And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Yeah, it's like a full-time job just to stay alive. A full-time job to have a grind. You niggas is full of shit, I drop dimes. While stripping all thick to rhyme. I built for Cuban business, not for bitches bitching on the sidelines. You know I take care of mine. Make sure your house is clean before you step outside. Yo, she claims she a rider, but she ride dick for 5 minutes, then split. I don't love her with the friends, but we ain't getting mine. Now what was I? Oh. Can I live? If so, feed my niggas, raise my god kids. The laws, man, they been on my dick for 6 years for probation hearings. But nothing's gonna stop me like the town and move around and now my pocket's stocky. Even worse, friends end when they develop dry stitching on the road to greatness. I'm a phenom, a LeBron or Allen Iverson. I idle none, my job is done. Cheer, face forward for life. Make your best move to your next move, you heard? Yeah, and it sound like this. Don't confuse my arrogance with my confidence. Nothing gon' stop me while I'm up in this bitch. Face forward for life, And while I'm up in this bitch, you never take me alive. I'm getting high with my real niggas. And we don't fuck bitch niggas. Get rich, nigga. Chill, and there you have it. Mouse. What's up, Justin J? Right on for that assist, man. I love this shit. Shouts to everybody in the Midwest. Chi-Town, definitely Nat Town, Ohio, Kentucky. All my peoples in St. Louis. Nothing's gonna stop me. Face forward in the house. What up, Jay Scott? Much love to all my players. And all my 5 misses out there. Stay on your grind, you heard? And nothing's gonna stop me. Air Max and sweatsuits. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Yo. Hot damn. It's comedian Jay Scott, man. I'm a Bully Radio. Wednesday. You know, I'm at it again, man. I'm at it again. I'm a Bully Radio. I'm at it again. I'm live right now. I'm live on all platforms. Facebook, my Facebook members group, YouTube, Periscope, /Twitter. Yeah, you know, I'm not even gonna waste any time, man. So let me get my ish right. Tonight, you see the title. Let me show you the title. And this is gonna be a good one. It's episode 11. 5G versus COVID versus good health. So tonight, what I plan on presenting to the people I plan on presenting what I feel are informational things that are out here for us to kind of understand kind of what's happening around us. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to go ahead, preface that right quick. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Share this shit right here. You know what I mean? Hit me on the playback. You know what I mean? I got some things I'm going to try to present tonight. Like I said, 5G, Covid-19 versus good health. Now, before I do that, though, let me say this. Dude, is anyone seeing what's going on out here, man? I mean, it's still turning up. Still turning up. So we really about to move to a cashless society. All right. Have you still been seeing these out here? These right here are still floating around. They still around, you know, all forms of tender. Due to the national shortage of coins in circulation to pay for goods and services, we encourage the use of electronic payments or exact change when possible. Man, like, yo, they like this, I'm just gonna come up with the current things that I see going on. That's the first thing. Okay. That's the first thing you need to keep trying to pay attention to. Keep looking for it. Okay. That's the first thing. All right. So it's been more and more signs of that coming on out here. More and more signs posted up in places. And you know, I just think that, you know what I mean, it's getting to the point where, you know what I mean, we're gonna have to really consider what to do out here. You know what I'm saying? If they going cashless, then I mean, you know, what's the value of the dollar getting ready to be? I mean, people are still gonna be using dollars. They're still gonna be using currency. But what kind of currency? You know, we just gonna be using cards? What we gonna be doing? Next thing, so I'm on the social media and God, man, I seen this footage of Little Yachty. Somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain this to me, man. Somebody explain this right here, man. Somebody explain this shit to me. Somebody, please. Somebody get at me. Somebody explain to me what are these young niggas doing out here, man? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? This dude done got some bangs. Some bangs. This nigga got some bangs. Like, I really don't know how I feel about that, man. And this is what they want your kids to see and mimic and do out here, man. I mean, am I the only one that finds a problem with this? Like, this is not cool right here. This is not cool right here, man. Somebody speak to me. Somebody speak to me. Hey, man, hold on, man. On Facebook, am I seen right now? Okay. Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, man, somebody let me know. This Lil Yachty, it's a whole video of him getting that hair, man. What the fuck? What are we doing, man? What are we doing out here, man? What are we doing? And then, you know, of course, I have to bring this up. So this lightning struck / fire in China. Somebody explain to me what the hell is that? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? You know, I don't know how long they're gonna keep this on the internet, man. I mean, it should look like some special effects, man, but this is supposed to be real. This is supposed to be real. Don't mind that. This is supposed to be real. I mean, somebody talking. Look at that, man. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? It's from different angles. They're from different angles. What is that? Have you seen this? Has anyone seen this? This has happened within the past couple of days. Has anyone seen this? I'm just so kind of left out there to kind of figure out what in the hell is going on out here, man. What is going on? And then you hear the dude in the back. Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed on what's happening? Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed, man? Are you up to speed on that? I didn't really know what to believe when I first saw that, man. Okay. I didn't really know what to believe when I first saw that. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna show you it gets even more interesting out here, man. So I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this shit in Beirut, man. What the fuck? Yo, if that don't look like a bomb, man, if that don't look like some bomb shit that done popped off, man, I don't know what does. I don't know what does, man. Look at this shit. Look at this, man. And this one right here is from the different angles. It's from the different angles. It's from the different angles, man. It's from the different angles. Somebody hit the like button, man. Share this shit right here, man. Hit the like button, share this, man. Now this right here is supposed to be a firework. It's supposed to be a firework place. Oh, okay. What? Fuck about what is? Yo, oh my god, nigga. What the fuck, man? Yo, shit, yo, B. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. Yo, look, there's different angles, man. That shit look crazy. That shit looks. Look at it. What is? Oh shit! I ain't even seen this one. See, I ain't even seen some of this. You understand what I'm saying? And then the aftermath come. Ooh, they ain't even expecting the aftermath. Ooh, they in the water. This is crazy. Like I said, this is supposed to be from a place that has fireworks. This is like supposed to be a firework building or something, man, where they have fireworks. But yo, you see them lights, them little dots right there? That ain't. And then this ain't no fireworks though, nigga. It goes from fireworks to nigga Hiroshima, nigga. It go from fireworks to Hiroshima. Somebody hit the like button, talk to me, man. Are you up to speed on this shit right here? What? Nigga, are you up to speed on this shit right here? Are you up to speed? Look, people ain't even expecting that blowback. They don't even know that blowback is coming. They don't even know that blowback is coming. Like, nigga, like I said, nigga, it goes from fireworks to Hiroshima, nigga. Like they was far away, so they didn't even catch none of that shit. Lord, they did. Nigga, it goes from fireworks to Hiroshima, nigga. This is all I saw. This is all I saw. Oh shit, my bad. This is all I saw. The clapback coming to them too. They ain't even expecting it. Ugh. They ain't even expecting it. They don't even know that clapback is coming from all that smoke. From all that smoke. It's I mean, that bomb, that shit blew up, and then that whole little mushroom thing. Yo, are you up to speed? Are you up to speed, man? Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed on this, man? I'm gonna play the whole thing. I gotta play this whole thing, man. Are you up to speed, nigga? Nigga, that is like, nigga, yo. Ain't no explanation. Ain't no explanation. Hold on. There ain't no explanation on how crazy that is right there. You understand what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, you know, and then I did some little research. Hiroshima, that shit was like the same day. Look at this shit right here. Look at this shit right here. This ain't all the way it, but I'm saying, but tell me this shit don't look similar to what was on there. Tell me this don't look similar. This is an atomic bomb, nigga. That is an atomic bomb right there. That is where the Hills Have Eyes movies come from.
They test the world's first atomic bomb.
Nigga, they test the world's first atomic bomb.
A 7-mile-high.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit.
In a few seconds, the terrifying elemental forces of the...
Are you up to speed? Are you up to speed? So this is what's been going on within the past few days, man. Bombs been getting dropped. Goddamn fire, lightning then struck. And you still have what I'm bringing up tonight. Let's go, man. So 5G towers, man. 5G's, like I said, hit the like button, share this shit, man. Hit the like button, share this shit. Hit the like button, share this shit. So when this, I'm a bully radio, man. It's Jay Scott, man. Let me go, man. So this is what's I've been seeing, man. When before the COVID had became all the way known, as far as it being out there in the universe, out there that everyone knows and everything, this 5G towers came into play. And 5G towers dropped where? In Wuhan, China. Okay. This is where the whole brought out of the whole 5G, man. And I mean, if you don't know what 5G is, just 5 generation. But you know, they are using this, they're using your algorithm, they're using your artificial intelligence. What up, Reggie Bruton? What up, Stella McKee? Share this shit right here, man. Hit the like button. This 5G, man, is they're trying to connect the dots with the 5G, okay? They are putting more towers all over the country, all over the world. And I'm gonna show you where they got these 5G towers at, and then people are really downplaying this 5G shit. They see, they're downplaying it because they try to make it seem like it's not really detrimental or harmful. But let me start off with this. So this is and I want to bring receipts to this. These are articles, man. These are articles that, you know what I mean, you could be like, well, they're not black articles. Hey, man, sometimes you gotta go and dissect this shit, man. I'm not the type of person where it's just like, you know, a white person can't write an article and don't know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about if it's making sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm getting the comments like you said, what the queen say? You said anything was dropping like a side job. Yeah, it's something with that explosion, man. It's something with that explosion. It's something with that. It's something with that. It's something with that explosion, man. But so let me start off. It says, is 5G dangerous or harmful to our health? A summary of previous research. Okay, this is April 13th, actually on my birthday. I'll be damned. So if you don't know what a 5G tower kind of looks like, it kind of starts off and looks like this is a burnt one, okay? But understand, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to have large scale events, thousands of users, vehicle communications, transport infrastructure, environmental monitoring, and smart cities, transport and infrastructure, improve residential connections, smart energy. Do you listen to what I'm saying? They're trying to make smart homes. They're trying to make smart neighborhoods. They're trying to make smart communities. Man, do you understand that is another term for I'm going to be up in your goddamn business? More radiation. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It's more radiation that is going to be seen in people's bodies as far as it being effective in your body. All right, here's more of here's a better picture right here of what a 5G tower looks like. Because I gotta really preface this because man, a lot of people don't understand or even know what the hell a 5G tower looks like. Okay, these are the extra tall towers. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Anthony Chavarria? These are the extra tall towers. You understand what I'm saying? Share this shit, hit the like button, man. Here's another one right here. There's another one right here, and you see cars. I mean, these are on long. This right here is in San Antonio. This one right here that I got right here, this is in San Antonio. Or is anyone seeing any of this in their cities, man? Or you even paying attention? Or you even paying attention? So let me keep going. So it says scientists and doctors warn about 5G. Okay, here's right here. It's from Dr. Powell. Wrote the following summary of the biological effects of EMF. Now, let you get you understand. EMF. EMF is effects of electromagnetic field exposure. Okay, electromagnetic field exposure. That is what EMF is. That's what you have from these 5G towers, man. They let off radiation, large amounts of radiation into the air and into the sky, into where the fuck you at. You understand what I'm saying? There's a doctor that wrote in there said that the biological effects. We know that there's a massive literature providing a high level of scientific certainty for each of 8 pathological psychological effects, pathopsychological effects caused by non-thermal microwave frequencies, cell phones and computers, EMF exposures. This is shown in Form 12 to 35 reviews on each specific event, providing a substantial body of evidence on the existence of each effect. Do you understand what it's saying to you? It's saying that out of all these reviews, they damn near had half of the people saying of the EMF exposure and what it's doing to your body and what it's doing to you. It's like being in a microwave frequency. It's like being in a goddamn microwave, son. Are you understanding what the all right, okay. So right here, scientists and doctors warn of potential serious health effects of 5G. All right. Over 230 scientists from more than 40 countries have expressed their serious concerns regarding the amb- ambiguous and increasing exposure to EMF generated by electric and wireless devices already before the 5G rollout. They were already cautious about this shit. They refer to the fact that numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects large living organisms at levels well below most international and national guidance. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radical god damn it, let me make this big. Genetic damages, structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficiency, neurological disorders, and negative impacts on general well-being and human damage goes well beyond the human race. So, do you see what this is saying to you? Do you see what this? I'm bringing receipts, man. I'm bringing receipts. This they've been already saying that this is worse. This is not good for you, you know. And then on top of that, who all don't use a goddamn microwave? Who don't use a microwave? Who don't use a goddamn microwave? Do you understand when you see how this shit be heating up in the microwave? Nigga, imagine living and walking in that. We are already living and walking in that right now. All right, just follow where I'm going with this, man. Just follow where I'm going with this, because I'm gonna tell you how I seen it when they first start doing and dropping and saying what a blah 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 as they scoop and because COVID-19 had already been out here. And you know they may watch this page real thoroughly tonight, but you know what? I'm not trying to cuss, and I'm bringing public information, and through the second amendment, you know, all these things that are copyrighted right here, I'm using them for research and data purposes. Let me give you a disclaimer before they try to shut my shit all the way down. Okay, let's go some more. Now this is all from the same article. Okay, this is from the same people. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let me show you also. This attacks our nervous system, includes our brains, leading to widespread neurological, neuropsychiatric effects, and possibly many other effects. This nervous system attack is of a great concern. All right, you can go, man. You can go through this. You can go through this and read this, man. Attack the DNA of our cells, producing single and double strand breaks in cellular DNA. Look, man, I've had people get on my timeline and really explain to me how your DNA ain't got nothing to do with your immune system, and you know, or even passing the immune system even down to another generation. And I'm gonna tell you that these are the reasons why we are losing out here as people, man, especially black people. These are the reasons why we losing. We got people that just don't want to accept the fact that a majority of what they have in front of your face to be a part of, like, buy, own, majority of the shit is in many regards fucked up for you, man. It's the only F-bomb I'm trying to drop. Also on here, man, produce elevated levels of apoptosis, program cell death, events especially important in causing both neurodegenerative diseases and fertility. This is what I'm saying. This is what 5G and just this type of EMF frequency, this is what it's doing to you, man. This is what it's doing to you. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, none of that, man. This is what it's doing to you. And they're trying to make it so much that where it hits you, that it continues to mess with your body. Okay, so the reason why I keep harping and going on this is because when I did a little digging, come to find out, I don't know if you know this. Oh shit, my bad. Since people want to, that's the second time with the mouse too. But since people want to buy into this World Health Organizations and these entities that are out there that, you know what I'm saying, put information, do business with America, all this other stuff. Are you understanding that the World Health Organization put out something saying on how these EMF is detrimental? Let me hear, man. They had a concern for it. This is 2011. They had a concern for this shit, man. Hit the like button, share the shit, man. Hit the like button, share the shit, man. If Facebook is acting too much, you can go to YouTube. If Facebook is acting too much silly right now, that's my last one. I can't do that no more tonight. If Facebook is acting silly right now, you can hit me up on YouTube. Just subscribe to my channel, man, at Comedian J Scott. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Karen Reed. Appreciate that, man. Share this to any group, share this to any person, any people. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Okay, so the World Health Organization in 2011, they came out with a whole like sheets and sheets, and I mean they came with whole types of shit, right? So in here, so the results, it says the evidence was reviewed critically and overall evaluated as being limited among users of wireless telephones for glaucoma and acoustic neuroma. These are a bunch of big words, all right? I'm trying to put my big boy hat on to draw conclusions for other types of cancers. Okay, so they're already saying that this is carcinogen. It's a carcinogen. All the radiation is going to give you cancer. All right, along with the foods that you eat. The foods that you eat, using a cell phone. If you got the phone up to your ear, you're basically trying to fry your whole ears. You're frying your whole neurological shit. Do you understand what I'm saying, man? And I'm not really I'm not gonna go into all this, man. You can look this shit up, man. Look this shit up, right? So let me keep going. So look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. You see this right here? This is the map of the United States. Map of the United States. You see all these right here? This is Verizon 5G cities, December 23rd, 2019. That's just Verizon. That's just Verizon. And if you don't think, if this may not look a lot to you, but damn it, this is a lot, man. And look, man, they got a majority of the 5G towers all in the Midwest, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, part of Illinois. Man, they got now. Dude, did you know this? Did you know this right here? Would you say, Queen? There's something that's popping up on the far east side. I'm trying to tell you, man. People. If you see this right here coming up, if you see this coming up right here, if you see any of these out there, if you see any of these long ass towers, it ain't good, man. It ain't good. And what they're doing is with these towers, with the 5G towers and these phone companies, they're trying to get you to come all the way in. And then watch what I tell you. They're gonna start trying to get people to get smart houses. They're gonna try to dog walk this shit a little bit, but I'm telling you, they're going to make sure that you are going to be interested in having a smart house. Now, smart house, they can see into your goddamn house. They can. It's like Big Brother, but it's in your goddamn house. These smart communities, they're gonna put these things. They're gonna put locations in people's communities to where you can have a whole community 5G. Why am I the only one that finds this to be an issue? Shit. All right. Let me keep going because this is the last slide I have for the 5G. So 5G and EMF radiation are damaging your health. This is summary of the electromagnetic field conference in 2019. Diagnosis and treatment of the effects of electromagnetic field exposure held on September 6th through 8th, 2019 in Santa Cruz. Okay, so look at this, man. This is the most important thing I want you to look at when it comes to this 5G shit. All right, now these are symptoms. These are symptoms of EMF exposure. Sleep disturbances include insomnia, headache, depression, and depressive symptoms, tiredness, fatigue. This says dysphagia. Let me keep drinking this wine there. A painful, often itchy sensation, lack of concentration, changes in memory, dizziness. Oh, nigga, there's more. Behavior change, irritability, loss of appetite and weight loss, restlessness and anxiety, nausea, skin burning, tingling, changes in look, man, which measures electrical activity in the brain. All right, the wine starting to kick in. sharp pain, head, ears, sensation of electronic shock, increased chemical sensitivity, increased food sensitivity, cardiac dysrhythmia, palpitations. Do you know what palpitations are? Palpitations have to do with your heart, tremor, vibrations. So, do you understand what I'm saying with this? Do you understand what I'm saying with this? 5G, man, just even look up radiation and the effects of high radiation. All right. So you keep saying these stuff, Jay Scott, why are you saying this shit? Why does this shit matter, man? Well, it matters because a lot of these symptoms that 5G came out now. The 5G came, oh shit. God damn it. The 5G came out. This wine is way too good. The 5G came out. When the 5G came out, this corona wasn't too far behind it. And you say, Jay, well, I've been told what the coronavirus is and this and this. Well, let me get you a little better understanding what the coronavirus is. Can we do that? Can we do that tonight? Man, hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. Can we do that tonight? Can we do that tonight? Can we do that tonight? And share this shit, man. I don't care if they trying to slow my number. I don't care about none that they watch my. I don't care, man. Share this, man. Hit the like button. Share. More notifications will get out to the people, man. Let me. Do you know what the coronavirus? Let's see what it is. Let's hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. I'm a bully radio, damn it. I'm a bully radio.
This is SARS-CoV-2. It belongs to the family.
Hold on, let me try to make it. Let me try to make it a little bigger. Let me try to make it a lot bigger, a little bit bigger, so you can, just in case, you know what I mean. You can't really see it too good. Let me go ahead and run it back. And hit the like button, man. Share this, man.
This is SARS-CoV-2. It belongs to the family of coronaviruses named for the crown-like spikes on their surfaces. SARS-CoV-2 can cause COVID-19, a contagious viral infection that attacks primarily your throat and lungs. What actually happens in your body when you contract the coronavirus? What exactly causes your body to develop pneumonia? And how would a vaccine work? The coronavirus must infect living cells in order to reproduce. Let's have a closer look. Inside the virus, genetic material contains the information to make more copies of itself. A protein shell provides a hard protective enclosure for the genetic material as the virus travels between the people it infects. An outer envelope allows the virus to infect cells by merging with the cell's outer membrane.
Are you listening to what the fuck
from the
they
envelope
saying?
Are spikes of protein molecules. Both a typical influenza virus and the new coronavirus use their spikes like a key to get inside a cell in your body, where it takes over the cell's internal machinery, repurposing it to build the components of new viruses. When an infected person talks, coughs, or sneezes, droplets carrying the virus may land in your mouth or nose and then move into your lungs. Once inside your body, the virus comes in contact with cells in your throat, nose, or lungs. One spike on the virus inserts into a receptor molecule on your healthy cell membrane like a key in a lock. This action allows the virus to get inside your cell. A typical flu virus would travel inside a sac made from your cell membrane to your cell's nucleus that houses all its genetic material. The coronavirus, on the other hand, doesn't need to enter the host cell nucleus. It can directly access parts of the host cell called ribosomes. Ribosomes use genetic information from the virus to make viral proteins, such as the spikes on the virus's surface. A packaging structure in your cell then carries the spikes in vesicles which merge with your cell's outer layer, the cell membrane. all the parts needed to create a new virus gather just beneath your cell's membrane. Then, a new virus begins to bud off from the cell's membrane. Now, with the virus spreading in your body, how can you develop pneumonia symptoms? For this, we'll have to look into your lungs. Each lung has separate sections called lobes. Normally, as you breathe, air moves freely through your trachea or windpipe, then through large tubes called bronchi, through smaller tubes called bronchioles, and finally into tiny sacs called alveoli. Your airways and alveoli are flexible and springy. When you breathe in, each air sac inflates like a small balloon. And when you exhale, the sacs deflate. Small blood vessels called capillaries surround your alveoli. Oxygen from the air you breathe passes into your capillaries, and then carbon dioxide from your body passes out of your capillaries into your alveoli so that your lungs can get rid of it when you exhale. Your airways catch most germs in the mucus that lines your trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles. In a healthy body, hair-like cilia lining the tubes constantly push the mucus and germs out of your airways, where you might expel them by coughing. Normally, cells of your immune system attack viruses and germs that make it past your mucus and cilia and enter your alveoli. However, if your immune system is weakened, like in the case of a coronavirus infection, the virus can overwhelm your immune cells, and your bronchioles and alveoli become inflamed as your immune system attacks the multiplying viruses. The inflammation can cause your alveoli to fill with fluid, making it difficult for your body to get the oxygen it needs. You could develop lobar pneumonia, where one lobe of your lungs is affected, or you could have bronchopneumonia that affects many areas of both lungs. Pneumonia may cause difficulty breathing, chest pain, coughing, fever and chills, confusion, headache, muscle pain, and fatigue. It can also lead to more serious complications. Respiratory failure occurs when your breathing becomes so difficult that you need a machine called a ventilator to help you breathe. These are the machines that save lives and that medical device companies currently ramp up production for. Whether you would develop these symptoms depends on a lot of factors, such as your age and whether you already have an existing condition. While this all sounds scary, the push to develop a coronavirus vaccine is moving at high speed. Studies of other coronaviruses led most researchers to assume that people who have recovered from a SARS-CoV-2 infection could be protected from reinfection for a period of time. But that assumption needs to be backed by empirical evidence, and some studies suggest otherwise. There are several different approaches for a potential vaccine against the coronavirus. The basic idea is that you would get a shot that contains faint versions of the virus. The vaccine would expose your body to a version of the virus that is too weak to cause infection, but just strong enough to stimulate an immune response. Within a few weeks, cells in your immune system would make markers called antibodies, which would be specific for only the coronavirus, or specifically its spike protein.
Are you listening?
Antibodies then attach to the virus and prevent it from attaching to your cells. Your immune system then responds to signals from the antibodies by consuming and destroying the clumps of viruses. If you then catch the real virus at a later stage, your body would recognize it and destroy it. In other words, your immune system is now primed. Collecting evidence on whether this will be possible.
My bad, y'all. They may try to play from the beginning, but you know what? Because of technology, I can fast forward this shit.
Push to develop a coronavirus vaccine is moving at high speed.
But all
Studies
this,
of other
all this has
coronaviruses
something to
led
do with
most
everything.
researchers to assume that people who have recovered from a SARS-CoV-2 infection could be protected from reinfection for a period of time. But that assumption needs to be backed by empirical evidence, and some studies suggest otherwise. There are several different approaches for a potential vaccine against the coronavirus. The basic idea is that you would get a shot that contains faint versions of the virus. The vaccine would expose your body to a version of the virus that is too weak to cause infection, but just strong enough to stimulate an immune response. Within a few weeks, cells in your immune system would make markers called antibodies, which would be specific for only the coronavirus, or specifically its spike protein. Antibodies then and prevent it from attaching to your cells. Your immune system then responds to signals from the antibodies by consuming and destroying the clumps of viruses. If you then catch the real virus at a later stage, your body would recognize it and destroy it. In other words, your immune system is now primed. Collecting evidence on whether this will be possible, safe, and effective is part of what's taking researchers so long to develop a vaccine. It's a race against time to develop a vaccine amid a pandemic. Each step in vaccine development usually takes months, if not years. An Ebola vaccine broke records by being ready in 5 years. The hope here is to develop one for the new coronavirus in a record-breaking 12 to 18 months. While all this will take time, stay home if you can, to protect the most vulnerable. And don't forget to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, and as often as possible. This video was a collaboration between Nucleus Medical Media and the What If channel, where we usually dive into hypothetical scenarios about the human body, humanity, our planet, and the cosmos. Check out our channel by visiting the link in the...
Yeah, check that channel out, man. Understand? Do you understand everything you... Man, you're going to have to go back and play this, man. I got my hat on backward. You see, I got the one thing. It's because I got a big-ass head, okay? Big-ass head. I got a big head. But listen, everything in there, did you pay attention to what they were saying, man? Did you pay attention how they're talking about your immune system, okay? How they're talking about basically giving, that's what the vaccinations are. They give you the shit. They give you the shit. All right, they give you the shit. And like, you know what I mean? Here we go. They trying to get these tests fast. They're trying to get these tests fast. And like I said, they've been using black people as guinea pigs. All right. They've already tried to come out and say, well, we need to use this and have black, like they're trying to use it on Africans, you know what I'm saying, as a test. And they've been using it on the test with them. Yeah, I'm getting my comments in kind of late. What up, Tony Yogi? What up, bro? I'm getting my comments a little late, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share the shit. So, you know, let me keep moving. Let me keep moving. You know, let me keep moving. You may have to go back and listen to the playback to get all of what I just played, but it was a lot of information on telling you how this thing is going down. Okay, and it's airborne. Okay, they just came out and said it's airborne. I believe they saying that because I believe they shooting this shit in the air, man. They're trying to make this as common as the flu, and it has to do with your immune system. And those that are like diabetic, those that have preconditioned, those are the diabetics, those that have high blood pressure, anything dealing with your blood, anything dealing with your heart, anything dealing with your blood sugar, all that shit is how this shit attacks you. It starts in your lungs and your throat. That's why when they have you take, man, here, let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. Hit the like button, share this, man.
Our coronavirus tests have involved drive-ins, discomfort,
look at this,
and up to a 2-day wait for results. Going forward, they could be as simple as a saliva swab in one of these machines. It's one of 2 new tests for COVID-19. Both look for the virus's DNA. They're portable and provide diagnosis in under 90 minutes. In care homes and laboratories for now, its creators say large-scale use could be game-changing.
You will drop your saliva sample in the morning on the way to work. By lunchtime, the data will be reported back to you.
The other test also looks at DNA. It can distinguish between COVID and the flu, crucial ahead of winter. These DNA nudge machines can process 15 tests a day. The government's ordered 5,000 for hospitals. Oxford Nanopore can process 15,000 tests a day on desktop machines and 2,000 on smaller devices. Nearly 500,000 will be available from next week, and there's a promise of millions more.
These technologies which deliver these rapid turnaround tests will mean that we can expand testing capacity further and into settings where, for instance, in schools currently we have survey testing, so we have some testing that would be able to be expanded, but also looking across the community where we want to test people who don't have symptoms to find out where the virus is.
The machines on this bench alone can, in theory, run around 100,000 tests a day. That's just shy of half of the whole
Are
of
you
the UK's
listening?
current testing capacity.
Are you listening?
But the key to really
Yeah,
reaping
that's the one I
success
was
of
looking
this new
for
technology
for
will
for
be
them
the
to put up
scale,
for me,
not
Queen.
just in
I
terms of
like
the
to know
machines,
how many
but
people
the
get
infrastructure
got
as
the
well.
flu or pneumonia
Testing and
shot,
procurement in
contracted
this
COVID.
crisis hasn't always
Good
gone to plan.
question.
The latest efforts will be followed forensically. Helen Ann Smith, Sky News.
Good question. How many? I'm gonna put it back up. I would like to know how many people got the flu or pneumonia shot contracted to the. So with this COVID-19, there's so much misinformation. There's so much cross information. There's so many things that they're trying to put out there, and it's hard to tell what is real and what is not. It's very difficult to tell if they telling you the truth or not. That's what I'm saying. You have to do some research and do what makes sense to you. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So hold on. Let me get because I want this to be big enough for people to see when I share this. So look, China coronavirus, the symptoms of 2019 nCoV and how it spreads: fever, chest pain, chills, rapid heartbeat, difficult breathing, pneumonia, kidney failure, spread by coughing and sneezing to them, headache, sore throat, cough. These are the things that you're going to get when you're around someone who has it. But what are these things similar to? What are these things similar to? What are they similar to? What are they similar to? They're similar to scientists and doctors who warned us about the shit. See, when you get exposure to radiation, you have the same fucking symptoms. Same symptoms. Same symptoms. Same symptoms as COVID-19. Man, hit the like button and share this shit, man. Man, hit the like button and share this shit, man. I'm putting this all together for you to understand that the more and more they start pumping, nigga, don't you know T-Mobile? I got T-Mobile. Nigga, T-Mobile then merged with Sprint officially. Nigga, they got commercials, nigga. They already they already trying to pump a smart house. Let me keep going, man. So when all this started happening, man, when they even came out with a press conference talking about this was a drill. I don't know who remembers that. When they first came out, started talking about this COVID-19, they used the term drill. That was like somebody from the military or somebody high or up in they shit use that term. So then you seen 45 comes out and he say he know what it is that can help you get cured from it. And man, he says a lot of wild, silly shit. But god damn it, yo, let me just play some of this, man. Let me just keep it moving because I don't have that much to go, and I want to get through these. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm not even gonna play all this, okay? I'm gonna play some of it.
When after you retweeted a video making claims that it is effective.
I wasn't making claims. It's recommendations of many other people, including doctors. Many doctors think it is extremely successful. The hydroxychloroquine, coupled with the zinc and perhaps the zithromycin. But many doctors think it's extremely good, and some people don't. Some people, I think, it's become very political. I happen to believe in it. I would take it. As you know, I took it for a 14-day period, and I'm here, right? I'm here. I happen to think it works in the early stages. I think frontline medical people believe that too, many. And so we'll take a look at it. But the one thing we know, it's been out for a long time, that particular formula, and that's essentially what it is, the pill.
So let me get you to understand, because I'm gonna kind of go through these things kind of quickly. Okay. So what you have is you have these doctors that have been either downplayed, they've been put to believe that you shouldn't listen to them, they have been ostracized in some of their professions, they made it hard for them to make a living. Man, hit the like button, share this shit first of all, man. But they've made it hard for the truth to really be out there. So you have many doctors. You have her name was like Judy Djokovic or something. She spilled the beans on Fauci. Okay, Fauci is connected with Gates, Bill Gates, nigga. So what I'm saying is that, you know what I mean, they came out and they have said, Trump just said what it was that they're using to reverse and cure this shit. They're using that hydrochloroquine thing, zinc. Do you understand how powerful zinc is? And he said the Z whatever, but it's basically a Z pack, because it affects your respiratory, it can affect your blood, and it can affect your immune system. Man, come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Come on. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
Pretty startling statistics. They say that more than half of people who were hospitalized with COVID-19 acquired the disease while also complying with those social distancing lockdown restrictions. So emergency room doctor, chief medical officer of Remote Health Solutions, John Bowe is here, or rather Bowe, sorry, John Bowe is here with us now to talk about that. And I also want to ask you about something else, Doctor. Mayor Bill de Blasio just announced earlier this morning that antibody testing would be available to everyone in New York City who wants it for free. But as I understand it, there's a certain amount of controversy when it comes to antibody testing. There are a number of different antibodies. We really don't know what it means, really, if you show that you have the antibodies in your system other than you were exposed to the disease. So could this maybe offer a false sense of security? Or, you know, maybe it's a great thing and it's part of the next step that we need when it comes to opening up the economies.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. You know, there's a couple of great questions that you bring up there, and one has to do with the social distancing question that you bring up, and what did that really mean as far as having people that were social distancing, that were at home and still contracted the disease. And there's a lot that we're going to figure out about this. And one thing that we do know is that this virus is different than a lot of viruses. It's much more contagious and it's much more virulent than most of the viruses that we deal with. And so the study actually talked about the fact that these patients or these individuals were not leaving their home on a daily basis. So we're going to have to sort of dig into this data and figure out, were they leaving?
Look, man, I'm not even going to play the rest. 66% of New York hospitalizations are people that are staying at home. Somebody make this shit make sense to me, man. How are you getting this and you staying at home? So my feeling is that, see, this is how I think it works, man. I think that, you know what I mean, they either put this in the air or they put it to where it got exposed. It can either be from the symptoms of the 5G, where they think that they have this, and they didn't really never come with no real guidelines and explanations and truth to the people to say, hey, this is what's happening. This is what we need to use to try to get this taken care of. Instead, they allowed the 5G to ride out. They didn't even make any correlation to the symptoms that you may have, and that's why they were sending people home. They were sending people home. Do you understand that? In the beginning of this shit, they were sending people home. Okay? So how is it that you can be at home and you still get it? Man, hit the like button, share this shit, man. Yeah, see, I got you with the people using go for yeah, and that comment can't be seen right now, but when it come up, Queen, I'm gonna share that. All right. So what you had recently, man, you had a doctor that came out. She's from Nigeria, but her video went viral. It was her and some other doctors, and she got ridiculed for what she said is what she's using to help reverse this with her patients. Okay. And so I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play another doctor that is out of China that basically whistle blew. All right, and I'm leaving some stuff out because the first whistleblower died. The first whistleblower of this Wuhan shit, man, they died. They died of an apparent suicide. Okay. And like I said, you got to be cautious when you hear them talking about suicide and all that other shit. Yo. So here we go. Let me play. This is a black woman now. They got at her because of her spiritual beliefs. Okay. And I'm not really going to go into that. And that's how they try to discredit her and make her seem silly. But just listen to what she's saying, man. Listen to some of the shit she's saying, yo. Listen to what she said she used.
Featured in a now banned viral video about the coronavirus is speaking out.
Of course they think I'm dangerous because I'm speaking truth.
Dr. Stella Emanuel was part of a video Monday that featured a group of doctors claiming without evidence that there's a cure for COVID-19. In the clip, Emanuel pushes hydroxychloroquine as part of a cure for the disease, a view largely discredited by health experts. The president retweeted the video, which was eventually taken down by Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for violating misinformation policies.
I was very impressed with her and other doctors that stood with her. I think she made sense, but I know nothing about it.
Despite the backlash, in an interview with NBC affiliate KPRC, Dr. Emanuel continued to claim hydroxychloroquine could be part of a COVID-19 cure.
I don't know why people are getting crazy about this.
Well, that's a minority view on whether or not it's a cure. That's
let
for
me tell you
sure.
something. When you have seen 300, 400 patients and none of them has died, it is not a minority view.
Dr.
You
Anthony
hear what she's saying? None of them died.
Data doesn't support her claim.
All of those trials show
listen
consistently that hydroxychloroquine is not effective in the treatment of coronavirus disease or COVID-19.
Hit the like button.
There are
Share
currently
this.
no drugs approved by the FDA to prevent or treat COVID-19. And the National Institutes of Health recommends against using hydroxychloroquine for the treatment of the virus. Beyond her controversial coronavirus claims, Dr. Emanuel has also drawn criticism for pushing unusual conspiracy theories and for her beliefs about demon spirits and disease.
It's off the beaten path to say that demons are sleeping with you overnight.
But demons are sleeping with people.
Are they?
Yes! Demons exist.
Now, Dr. Emanuel admits that she herself takes the drug and that she's treated hundreds of patients with it. Savannah, she says she plans on sharing her data at a later date.
You hear that? Now this was a pretty long video. Okay, this was a pretty long video from her. But within that video, she speaks about, questioning Dr. Fauci on when's the last time he has seen a patient. That's critical. That's critical. Do you understand how long Dr. Fauci has been in this shit? Do you understand how long Dr. Fauci has been around? Nigga, Fauci's been around for a minute, yo. Do you understand how long this dude been around? This dude's been around, man. He been around. So she's questioning when's the last time he's even seen a patient, man. So you got to watch this shit. You just got to watch this, man. You got to watch it, man. Of course they're going to discredit her, man. She got 400 patients and reversed that shit.
She was doing research on COVID-19 in December and January that could have saved lives. But she says her supervisor swept it under the rug.
This is out of Wuhan right here.
So she escaped to the United States to tell her story. She joins me live now for her first TV interview in this exclusive chat today. And welcome, Doctor, here.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
you arrived in the U.S. at the end of April. You say you're now in hiding. You believe the Chinese Communist government has lied. About what,
Yeah,
doctor?
exactly. Exactly. They are lying. And I have to hide because I know how they treat the whistleblower. And as a whistleblower here, I want to tell the truth of COVID-19 and origins of the SARS-CoV-2 to people, to the world. So I have to keep safety.
Okay, doctor, what did the Chinese lie about that you can prove?
Okay, first, as I mentioned in the video in Fox, our government already knows that before the end of December, there are over 40 people get infected, but not, as they mentioned, like 27. And also, most importantly, there were human-to-human transmission already at that time. But they keep lying until middle of June, actually 20 June, they admitted.
Okay, so your claim is that at the end of December, there was human-to-human transition.
End of December.
And the Chinese
Exactly.
government and the World Health Organization did not cop to that until about 3 weeks later. If you're
Yes.
right, how would things be different around the world and here in the U.S. now?
Okay, let me explain to you. First, this is a huge pandemic we have seen in the world. It's more than everything we know in human history. So for that, the timing is very, very important. So if we can stop it earlier, we can save a lot of lives. That's the key point.
Okay, so you have said then, you invited your husband to come with you. He did not. You have spoken with the FBI. Who is investigating your story, doctor?
FBI have done it, and also many other people from U.S. government, they have done it, contacted me. They need to verify my story.
Okay, can you prove it, doctor?
For example, I have the receipt that FBI agent leave for me that they have hold my phone, cell phone from Los Angeles airport, and then return it back to me several days.
So let me get you to understand. Out here in China, you know, allegedly China, you know, first of all, they labeling China as a communist regime. Okay, so this is why TikTok is in trouble, because TikTok is based out of China, and they use your information. They're using your info, man. That doctor right there, man, hit the like button, share this shit, man. Let me put this back up. So instead of people being able to sue the government for putting up the 5G towers, they blame it on COVID-19 and get away with murdering its citizens, naming genocide, namely genocide to Black and brown people. That's what they doing. That's exactly what they doing now. What they don't like talking about, which I discussed last show and maybe the show before that, was how basically white people are dying more than they're making babies. And when this COVID-19 hit America, even before America, it was wiping out. I'm talking about, it was Thanos, nigga. I'm talking Thanos and niggas. I'm talking about niggas getting Thanos out here. Italy, Thanos. Other European countries, Thanos. Nigga, I don't use that TikTok shit. I don't do none of that. They say they don't do none with your info, man. I'm like, nah, I don't believe that shit. Now, do you understand what they do? Do you understand what they do to test you? Do you understand what they do to test you with the COVID-19? Has anybody even had the test? I know a few people have, but anybody can tell me the test, nigga? Have you had the test? Do you know what the test looks like? And see, they try to come with these smaller tests and these, nigga, this right here, this show you right here. But fam, do you understand? They take a cotton swab and they put that in the back of the crack of your throat. The back of your throat, nigga. Man, here, man. Let me just push play. Lord have mercy. It's crazy, man. I don't want to take that test, man. I don't want to take that test, man. I don't want to.
Testing.
Swab
Man, hit the like button, man. Share the shit, man.
Remember, there are two kinds of tests.
The antigen or the antibody tests.
Whether these tests are useful or whether the government is just
Man, check all my sources if you don't believe me. Check all my sources, man.
We're talking about the same tests here.
So, what are the different coronavirus tests and how can they help? There are two main tests to discuss. The first one I'm going to talk about is the PCR-based test. It's the one that can diagnose whether or not you have COVID-19. This is virologist Davey Smith. He's going to walk us through how it works.
For the PCR-based test, we're going to be looking for the virus in somebody's nose. And what we do is we take a swab. They're going to go really far back. And the reason they're going to go far back is that the virus lives way in the back of people's nose. We want to make sure that we get a good sampling. One of the biggest reasons that a test comes back negative, what we call false negative, is that we don't get enough sampling.
So, for context, COVID-19 has something called RNA inside it. RNA is a bit like DNA, but instead of a paired double strand, it only has a single strand. And this is surrounded by a fatty membrane, which is covered in spike proteins. That's essentially all the virus is.
So this virus uses RNA as its genetic material, so we want to extract that RNA out. And once we extract that RNA out, we then copy that RNA from RNA into DNA, and that's called reverse transcription. So now, if the virus is there, it's in a DNA form.
Are you following?
Once it's in a DNA form, put it into a PCR reaction. And there we take little things called primers, which are short snippets of DNA, and they match the DNA that we're looking for. So if it finds the virus DNA, it should attach to it. And it starts a chemical reaction that we can use to copy the virus.
All right, so that's how I'm gonna play. All right, you can go to the Guardian, to look that clip up. Go to the Guardian to look that clip up. Okay, but do you see how far back they put that shit in your nostrils, nigga? Yo, oh my God, that's hey man, that's too much. So one of the biggest problems they having is that, man, there's people out here that are testing as being asymptomatic, which means that they show no symptoms. Okay, so I want to understand, how is it someone can be asymptomatic but they have it? So that means that something's going on in your body where you don't really show symptoms. See, a lot of this, majority of this, all of this is really based upon how strong your immune system is. And having any type of disease, that can affect your immune system, okay? That can affect your immune system. Any type of respiratory problem, that's the pre-existing conditions. But a lot of this has to do with your diet. Okay, let me play this. Now, who I'm play right here is Dr. Rashad Buttier. How you say his name? He's someone who, now, you know, some people be like, I don't trust him, and you know what I'm saying, he may be an agent. I don't know, man, but if what he's saying is wrong, then how many people have discredited him?
COVID supposedly is going up. Boom, 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 boom. That's the rate of diagnosis. And there's actually an article that came out. There's actually a couple articles, and I'm going to show this actual screenshots of some of these articles, as well as some of the doctors that have recently reached out to me, or that have reached out to other friends of mine, saying that this whole thing with the COVID-19 diagnosis increasing is not accurate, because we have people coming in for a urinary tract infection or a kidney stone or appendicitis, and we do the routine check, and it's being mandated to check for COVID-19. They test positive, so now we have to put them down as being positive. So the rates of numbers are going up, but the death rates plummeted. Hardly anybody has died of COVID-19. Now, here's something interesting that I saw today. Multiple governors making announcements about the COVID-19, their numbers in their state, different states, and yet the numbers they're quoting are exactly the same. It was 22 yesterday, it's 33 today. Exact same numbers in different states. So I don't believe the numbers anyway, but the more you test, and you're using the RT-PCR test, the person who developed this test, who won a Nobel Peace Prize, he himself said that you cannot use the RT-PCR to establish an infectious process.
Are
And
you
the gold
listening?
standard of seeing what the test is, because remember, there has to be a surrogate. For PCR to work, you have to have a surrogate test, you have to have a gold standard, and you test against it. It has never, ever been established. Now, I believe if you look at and understand how the PCR works, they amplify it. They keep on amplifying it till you start seeing a certain number of whatever you're looking for, a certain number start to appear. I believe that at this point, they're going to continue to amplify the test to the point that everybody on this planet will test positive. Already, the Centers for Disease Control has come out and said that with the current testing that they're doing, they're not distinguishing between antibody titers, serological markers, and virology. So serology and virology, they haven't distinguished that. They're kind of throwing all those numbers together. And the most interesting thing is that they've already established that they cannot rule out that if you've had a cold before, that you could test positive for COVID-19, which is what I said a couple of months ago.
So that's what I'm saying, man. They don't, and I'm gonna keep this moving, man. They don't really know what really causes, like, they don't know, man. They don't really know. And either they know and they not telling the people. So it's like, man, I don't know if you caught this, and I don't have the clip, and I should have had the clip ready. But there's a clip, man, where they're talking about how, in the beginning of this, man, they were talking about all these hospitals that were going to get filled. Well, the hospitals didn't get filled. And a lot of this was based upon what was happening around the globe. Like I said, man, people were getting Thanos out here. People were getting out here just talking and then Thanos. Niggas was getting Thanos. So when it came over to the States, man, of course they shut, and that's why I'm saying I'm glad Trump shut all this down, because if he wouldn't have shut it down and more people would have came over here, it possibly could have been worse. But they start talking about the hospitals were filled, and then they weren't filled, and then they were filled, and then it was some people saying that they weren't, and then it was doctors and information that came out saying that if you get labeled with COVID, that they were going to give you an incentive, and if they put you on a ventilator, they were going to give you even more of an incentive. So these were incentive-based things that they were basing the COVID numbers off of. And see, I'm not saying people didn't have something. I'm not saying people didn't die from what they saying you die from, but it's hard to believe that it's from COVID-19 when I'm clearly showing you that you may already been overly exposed to radiation. You may have been already dealing with some type of condition with your immune system and something going on in your body. See, man, a lot of us don't want to talk about how we eating too much goddamn chicken, how we drinking too much cow juice, how we eating too much cheese. And and hold on, let me. Yeah, it's going real slow on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's not letting me see the comments coming right away. Now let me show you what some people doing with the COVID. Can I show you? Because I got a few more slides left, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot. I got a few more. A lot of these are like informational based, all from one article that you can go and read. So I may read a little bit from that, then skip it. But let me show you what hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man. Let me show you what's been happening with some of this COVID out here. Can I show you? Somebody riddle me this shit right here, B. Listen to this shit. Let me show you what some people doing with their COVID money.
About the Florida man accused of taking millions of dollars in coronavirus relief money and going on a wild spending spree, even allegedly buying a Lamborghini. This isn't the first time he's come to the attention of police.
This morning, new details about the man accused of using COVID-19 relief money to buy a Lamborghini.
Hilarious and disturbing.
Days before his arrest on federal charges, cameras
That's
captured
him.
Miami police finding David Hines for not wearing a mask in
That's
public.
him.
Hines calling it a non-existent pandemic.
It's so ridiculous. I don't know if I could bring myself to actually participate in this insanity.
Prosecutors say Hines received nearly $4 million in loans from the government's Paycheck Protection Program, meant to help small businesses during the crisis. Hines allegedly claimed to be the head of 4 companies and then used the money on dating websites, jewelry, clothes, and the $300,000 sports car. Hines is now at his home wearing an ankle monitor. He had no comment when reporters knocked on his door.
Investigators say the Lambo has been seized by authorities along with $3.4 million from Hines' bank accounts.
3.4.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more
like they're gonna
videos,
let
show
him keep
highlights,
some
and
of that
watch
money,
live
though.
event coverage, click on the
Sound
right.
like they're gonna let him keep some of that money, though. Let me keep going. So now, with that said, before I show this other one, let me go into what has been, because I like to bring solutions to this shit, okay? But I also want to point out what it's saying, what it's done. Let me point out what's it. Go look, okay. So before I show that, this is what I found. All right, you can go to the Texas Medical Center. All right, and now these articles in here, it says that blood type may affect COVID-19 outcomes. So pay attention to see if this is your blood type. Who even knows what their blood type is? I'm gonna tell you right now, black people don't really know a lot of their blood. I know that black people don't know their blood types up in this bitch. And yes, we all have different blood, so stop it. Blood type may play a key role in determining who contracts COVID-19 and how severe the illness becomes, according to recent reports published. Our genetic data confirm that blood group O is associated with a risk of acquiring COVID-19 that was lower than that in a non-O blood group, whereas blood group A was associated with a higher risk than non-A blood groups. So do you understand this is your blood? Like I said, it hits you, these three components that are in COVID. It's coronavirus, which has to do with the transfer from animal to human. All right, because coronavirus is predominantly 99% of it is in animals. That's why you see it on the Lysol bottle. That's why you see it on the back of some of these bottles that have coronavirus on the back of it, okay? And then you have the actual HIV or leukemia, which has to do with your immune system. And it has to do with the SARS that affects your respiratory system. These are facts, man. Hit the like button, share this shit, man. So let me keep it moving. So this right here, it's an article in Healthline magazine. Check out Healthline magazine. The article says, COVID-19 can attack the heart in addition to the lungs. Okay. And I showed you in that clip on how the coronavirus works and how it can get into your blood, man. It can get into your blood, but you have to have something going on with your blood already. Okay. You have to be able to detox your blood. Do you understand? You can detox your blood. You can detox your damn blood, people. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. I need people to get up to speed on this shit. Okay. And I'm not even gonna play a lot. I'm not even gonna show, you know what I mean, because the Healthline article, go check that out. Okay. It shows you and it says, you know what I'm saying, how these drugs and what it can kind of do. And they say something about, you know, the drug they've been using and how heart damage in some patients and worsen yeah, a lot of, if you have pre-existing conditions that you have not been trying to reverse, yeah, the first thing you put in your body, it can damage it even more. Do you understand that? You can put things in you cannot be taking care of yourself trying to do anything to reverse any blood problems that you have, because you can reverse this shit, man. Like, people, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You can detox your blood. You can reverse high blood pressure. You can reverse diabetes. You can reverse all this shit, man. And 99.9% has to do with your diet and what you're eating. And it's hard, man. I get it. But one thing that I did see out here was that when because before I end this, man, I saw this and this is something that we need to really pay attention to. It was out here in San Antonio that I saw it also, where it speaks of how people are using plasma, those that have been reversed from the COVID-19, how they're using their plasma to give plasma to other people, and it's helping them cure and helping them reverse the COVID. Hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man.
Possess a potentially life-saving antidote, convalescent plasma full of antibodies. But the Red Cross says the need for donors is still desperate. Savannah Levin shows us how plasma can change the course of coronavirus from the families who've seen it up close.
The night that I took my father into the hospital, he was very incoherent. I've never seen him like that.
Brian Walter will never forget that drive to the ER. He didn't know then it would be the last time he'd see his dad in person, the final moments they'd spend together.
He finally said to me at one point, he said, I'm sorry, Brian, but it's very hard for me to talk right now. I don't have the energy.
COVID was about to take John Walter's life, but a dose of donor plasma gave him enough energy to say goodbye.
We got a video chat from my dad. He was so alert and awake and understanding, and he continued like that for probably about 3 or 4 days.
After his father's passing and recovering from the virus himself, Brian donated his plasma.
I believe the whole process was 2 hours long, and your 2 hours could give another family a few days of ultimately saving someone's life or giving more time to say goodbye, which was what happened in our case.
Other survivors are doing the same.
I know how scary it was being sick. It's really simple and it's painless, and it can really help save a life. You can turn a negative experience into a positive one.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, I gave plasma. I used to give plasma all the damn time when I was in college. That's that hustle. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was giving plasma, getting $50, $70 until you in your late teens, early 20s. That's a lick, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but give that plasma, man. Hit the like button, smash. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, share this shit, man. Now, let me keep this moving. So, with all this said, man, with all this said on what I've been playing tonight, all right, the biggest problem, the biggest threat, and the biggest rhetoric, and the biggest everything. I'm just gonna play it, man. I'm just gonna play it. Let me just play this shit. I'm gonna go through. We're gonna play this, and then I'm gonna give my solutions, and then we out this bitch. You understand? Hit the like button, man. Share this, man. This right here,
critical issue
has to do with Fauci.
That I think was one of the things when we finally realized that we became very clear what we needed to do was this virus an efficient spreader from human to human? What about community spread? Because there's no doubt that we knew that we would get cases here. And when we got cases here, that people who are documented to be exposed.
I don't trust this dude, man.
Relatives, husband-wife combinations of someone that comes over. If they get infected, that's not community spread. You know exactly what the source is. A person travels from Wuhan, they're here, they unite with someone, husband, wife, or who would have you, they get infected. The insidious aspect about community spread is that it's spread in the community and you don't know who is infecting who. You don't have an identifiable point source. Once that happens, that is the big red flag that we have a real serious problem. And that's when we first started realizing the first community spread.
I want to play some of this dude's words so you can get an idea on how he be sounding. But you gotta understand, this dude's been flip-flopping and saying a bunch of nonsense and saying a bunch of stuff that you should do, then reneging and saying you shouldn't do it. So let me play. Now, I'm not a Bill Maher fan, but I gotta say, man, that Bill Maher said some real shit. This is real ish right here, man. Hit the like button, man. Share this shit right here. If you've been tuning into your boy, this is I'm a Bully Radio. You know what I'm saying? I've been on here for a good little minute right here, getting close to wrapping this up. But you know what I'm saying? I've been showing you, the correlation between all these things, okay? And right now, we about to finish this up and wrap this up. And I want to play to you, you know what I'm saying, some of these things that you have to put Fauci, you have to put him on standby, man. You got to put him on standby. You cannot take this dude serious, man. And see, I'm realizing that people just speak from too much emotion and not enough researching, man. Lord have mercy, Jesus freak Christ, man. Pay attention, man. Hit the like button, man. Share this shit, man.
A new rule: America's top health officials have to find the courage to do what the health officials in Huntington, New York did. They told the entire town of 200,000 to go on a diet because, as the head of the program put it, with COVID-19, you're twice as likely to have a poor outcome if you're obese. Actually, it's worse than that. Public Health England found that people with a body mass index of 35 to 40 have a 40% greater risk of dying from COVID. And over 40, it's a 90% greater risk. Even being mildly obese makes it 5 times more likely that catching the virus will land you in the ICU. And now people are gaining even more weight. They call it the quarantine 15. Geez, I remember when plagues had a slimming effect on people. I don't think it's a coincidence that the countries with the lowest rates of obesity have had the fewest COVID deaths. Maybe China isn't hiding all their COVID deaths. Maybe their secret is that their obesity rate is 6% and ours is 42%. And pointing all this out doesn't make me a dick.
42%.
In fact, the shame is on everyone in
Nigga.
media and government who is too cowardly to emphasize how important an issue this is. Because the virus made it an issue. Obesity was already killing us slowly, but you mix it with COVID and it kills you fast.
Speeds it up.
You can scream all you want at me for saying that,
Speeds
but it
it
won't
up.
change the scientific truth of it. Look, no one deserves to die because of their weight, and we should spare no expense protecting vulnerable people no matter why they're vulnerable. But make no mistake, America fighting COVID is like a boxer who went into the ring out of shape and is taking a beating for it.
That's facts. Okay? It's facts. See, one thing you cannot get away from is facts. Some people just don't like to accept facts. Let me keep going. So, this right here is a clip that goes through what this dude, Fauci, has been reneging on.
Anthony Fauci is not always right, contrary to what the mainstream media would have you believe. In fact, if you make a list of what Dr. Fauci has gotten wrong about COVID-19 versus what he's gotten right, you'll wonder, why are we listening to this man at all? Politicians and public health officials
He's been
and the
around for a
mainstream
long
media
ass time, man.
tell us to listen to the experts. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything if people call you an expert, but you are repeatedly wrong. Dr. Anthony Fauci, for example, claimed this weekend that New York got hit with COVID-19 worse than any other place in the world. But Fauci claimed that New York handled it correctly. Take a look at this.
We have a problem. We need to admit it and own it, but we've got to do the things that are very clear that we need to do to turn this around. Remembering we can do it. We know that when you do it properly, you bring down those cases. We've done it. We've done it in New York. New York got hit worse than any place in the world, and they did it correctly.
30.
My bad. My bad. Let me run that back. I hit the wrong
Anthony
button.
Fauci is not all Fauci has gotten wrong about COVID-19 versus what he's gotten right. You'll wonder, why are we listening to this man at all? Politicians and public health officials and the mainstream media tell us to listen to the experts. But that doesn't mean anything in New York from COVID-19. Thousands and thousands
Hit the
of
like
them
button and share this, man.
because of the gross
I got about maybe
mishandling
10 more
of New
minutes.
York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who forced nursing
Appreciate
homes to
those that
accept
checking in, man.
COVID-positive
It's I'm a Bully
patients,
Radio.
who ignored
Share this
pleas
shit,
for
man. Hit
help
the like
from
button.
long-term care facilities who knew their residents were vulnerable and at high risk from this virus. Was Dr. Fauci correct about New York handling the outbreak correctly? No, he's dead wrong. From day one of this pandemic, was Dr. Fauci correct about President Trump's China travel ban? No. Dr. Fauci reportedly criticized President Trump shutting down travel, according to the president, before Fauci publicly praised it when he was proved wrong. Fauci was wrong about face masks, too, telling everybody not to wear a face mask unless they were sick, only to admit later that he lied in order to manipulate our behavior so we wouldn't purchase face masks so they could save the PPE for medical providers. Fauci was wrong on face masks, and what's worse, he lied about it. Fauci was also wrong to rely on predictive models like the faulty, easily debunked Imperial College London report written by Neil Ferguson, or the University of Washington model that wasn't right ever, even on the day they made predictions. To this day, Fauci claims if we had not locked down, we would have seen millions of deaths. But that's an unfalsifiable claim. The studies show lockdowns had little to no impact on the curve of the virus epidemic.
I showed you that.
In fact, was Dr. Fauci right about the efficacy of government-mandated lockdowns and quarantine of healthy people in the first place? No. A new study shows people are more likely to contract COVID-19 in their own home than elsewhere. And Fauci ignored existing science that already told us lockdowns didn't work. Fauci.
So, with all this said, people, where's this going? Where's this going? I'm gonna show you where it's going. But first, let me get you to understand. These are things that can affect you on a health tip. The most mucus forming foods. Meat. That wipes out about a majority of people right there because we are meat eating ass people. Cheese, processed food, processed sugar, milk, fast food, all these things give you inflammation. All these things can get your blood pressure through the roof. All these things can get your blood sugar through the roof. All these things can fuck with your body. All those things can be even heightened if you're exposed to radiation. All those things are part of why COVID-19 is where it's at. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And see, do you understand how trauma works? 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 Trauma shows up in your life as procrastination, resistance, trouble focusing, brain fog, trouble asking for help, fear of success, need to plan for anything, everything, scattered thoughts. What do you think the radiation does to you, man? What do you think this shit does to you? Do you understand that majority of us have parasites in your goddamn body? Do you understand that? Do you understand the majority of people who have parasites? Hearing loss, paralysis of the face, heart conditions, palpitations. That's the beat and the heart shit. Hot, swollen, painful joints, rash at the site of tick bite, insomnia, flu-like symptoms. Man, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Here's right here. Some self-care tools. Turmeric, garlic, rosemary, cinnamon. All these things can help you with your blood. They can help you with your these are natural things. Reason why I play these things, you say, Jay, why are you playing these things? Because these are the things that you have to do. We got to switch this shit up, man. You got to switch up what you're doing. You got to switch up what you're doing. You got to switch up what you're doing. You got to put the fake burgers and all this fake meat. You got to put that shit down. You got to eat a goddamn vegetable, man. I had a nigga tell me he don't eat weird shit. I'm like, you don't eat weird shit? What is that? What you don't eat weird shit? What does that mean? Nigga said I don't eat vegetables. Nigga hit the like button, share this shit. Nigga said he don't eat vegetables. That's weird. That's weird shit. No, nigga, you're weird. So All this is tied into Darth Vader. I mean, Mr. Gates. So I'm just not even gonna waste no time. Let you hear where this is going, because they trying to shoot for this vaccination. That's what they shooting for. They shooting all this for the vaccination. And let me just play this out of his mouth, man. Hit the like button, share this, man.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has committed more than $350 million for the development of diagnostics, therapeutics.
My bad. I try to turn it up. Let me know if you can't hear it. Let me know if the volume is
Melinda
playing.
Gates Foundation has committed more than $350 million for the development of diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines in the fight against the coronavirus. Earlier today, I asked Bill Gates what he makes of the results coming out from those early vaccine trials.
We don't know if these vaccines will work. We don't know if they'll work to avoid deaths. We don't know if they'll work to avoid transmission. That's why we're working on so many first-generation vaccines.
How do we know if these vaccines are working?
And you'd like it to be very safe in all the populations that you indicated for, no side effects. And then you'd like it to avoid the individual who gets the vaccine getting sick.
Where are we in terms of a rapid diagnostic test? You've talked about this a lot. It would be a test that is like an in-home pregnancy test. Where are those tests?
In the next 2 to 4 months, some of those tests will get approved. Now, they won't be as accurate as the PCR, which is a molecular test. And so over the next few months, we have to up PCR capacity. We have to get results back in 24 hours. We need both. And the lag times that we have today are completely unacceptable. It's making most much worthless.
The president said just this weekend that the U.S. has the lowest mortality rate in the world. Is that factually correct?
Hey, that's all I'm gonna play this right here, man. That's all I'm gonna play that. Yo, you go look up that interview right here. Go look up that interview right here, okay? Go look up that interview right there. Go look up that interview right there. Okay, that's an interview he recently did on CBS Evening News with Noraya O'Donnell. All right. So listen, this is the last clip that I got of the night, man. Just listen to this, man. And it's a long clip, but all you need is like the first couple minutes. All you need is the first minute of this, man. That's all you need.
Is agriculture, and it seems to be one area you're talking about.
Hit the
is
like button,
improving the
smash,
efficiency of the
man. Hit the
supply
like
chain.
button, share the shit.
Another, which I guess would be more controversial here in Europe in particular, is the role that GMOs and modification and creating purpose-built seeds that will deal with the particular problems of the developing world. What role that can play?
We think you need to have both types of seeds, natural seeds and also GMOs. But we think ultimately it's up to the Africans to decide. The seeds have to be adapted to their climate. They have to grow them in test labs, which they're doing, and in test beds. But they ultimately have to decide what's right for their country and their market. If you look at any country that's moved from a low to middle income country, they got their agriculture sector right. 7 out of 10 adults in Africa are farmers, and they primarily farm plots that are around an acre, 2 hectares. And so they need to have seeds that they know can survive in the climate. You all were talking about climate change earlier. As it comes to Africa, it's going to disproportionately affect the poor. And so having a drought-resistant maize, which is a GMO, where an African farmer, male or female, can get 20 to 30% additional yield off of their farm, we think it's up to Kenya and Tanzania and South Africa to decide, is that right for their economy? And is that the way they want to feed people in their own country?
They talking straight Africa. They talking
all the
straight
investments
Africa.
we make in agriculture, and we make about 400 million in the sector, less than 5% of them are in the GMO technology, but we do believe it's something that ought to be available. One of the natural technologies is rice, a rice that is not GMO, that can be flood resistant, that is sit in a field. When the rains come in Africa, a lot of rice is also grown in Africa.
They talking about GMOs being good?
Longer and for deeper periods. And so having a rice that's more flood resistant and can sit there in water for 2 or 3 weeks is also incredibly important. But we think that the Africans ought to get to decide which crops they grow in which ways and which seeds.
The strongest analogy is to medicines. And, is there something to worry about with medicines? That is, might some of them have side effects? Do we need safety testing? I mean, and we're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. So, yeah, I think maybe we should have a safety system where we, do trials.
Did
and
you hear
test
that?
things out. The idea, though,
Did
that
you hear
you
that?
would take a technique I think maybe we should have a safety system.
Did you hear that?
Which ways and which seeds?
The strongest analogy is to medicines. And, is there something to worry about with medicines? That is, might some of them have side effects? Do we need safety testing? I mean, and we're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. So, yeah, I think maybe we should have a safety system where we, do trials and test things out.
Yo, people, that should let you know what's happening right there, man. That should let you know what's happening right there. Okay? That should let you know right there, man. He's not a doctor. His wife is not a doctor. And how are these people able to just get so much access? I mean, the money is just, it's what's ruling all this stuff. So when we're talking about 5G, where we're talking about the corona, we're talking about your health, you got to put in Bill Gates. You got to put in Bill Gates. If you ain't putting in Bill Gates in this scenario, Bill Gates, Fauci tied to Bill Gates. Bill Gates gives hella money to the World Health Organization. We got to question Bill Gates, man. This dude he's not a doctor. He's not a doctor. And I'm saying this last before they fuck around and cut all my shit off. He is not a doctor. His wife is not a doctor. These people have nothing to do with the medical field at all. If anything, he is a eugenist. He has ties to eugenists. Man, y'all better stop playing with me, man. Y'all better stop playing with me, man. Y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up, man. Y'all better switch up what you're doing with your bodies. And you better keep your head on the swivel out here, man. I feel as if I tied all three of these in, man. The 5G, what it does to being over-radiated in your body, how the symptoms can be similar to what COVID symptoms possibly could be. So when you go in and you don't know if you're suffering from an illness of that or you suffer from the illness of symptoms from over-radiation, just so they can come back around and try to give you this vaccination, man. Man, hit the like button, share this shit, go and play this back, man. I'm keeping this under 2 hours. I appreciate those that came on tonight, man. This was a very, very, very powerful lecture for me. At this point, man, I consider myself to be trying to educate. My background's in education, so I'm teaching, man. I'm not arguing no more. You either switch up what you're doing. You do something, man. Do something. Man, hit the like button, share this shit, man. I'm in it tonight with the home team. Boom. I feel as if I went in tonight, man. I went in, man. It all makes sense. Share this shit, man. Hit the like button, man. And that's how we're gonna do it, man. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna end with the home team, man. Y'all check me out. I'm coming back Friday. Something else. So playback, share this shit, man. Playback, share this shit. I'm in it with the home team tonight. You know what I'm saying? The weekend's getting ready to come up. You see what's been happening with Beirut and what happened in China in the very beginning of what I played. If you want to hit me up, if you want to check out anything I got going on, hit me up on my hashtag. My hashtag right there. My hashtag right there. My hashtag right there. My hashtag's right there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Comedian J Scott. And you know what I'm saying? That's all I got, man. Y'all make sure y'all keep your head on the swivel. Y'all make sure y'all keep smartening up out here, because they're going to keep trying to dumb you down. And holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm Comedian J Scott, man. Church. Home team.
house. Had a dream. Had a dream. Yeah. Had a dream. Yeah. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Shit, had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. I'm from the era where everybody's always got it. Living in cities, a lot of rappers, it gets a little crowded. Non-fictional character, bestseller, you should read about it. In between these lines, I get this dope, so I won't fiend about it. I'm paranoid. Somebody try to kill me in my sleep. I hope this 38 just in case that we meet. My granny dealing with health problems and she won't take no defeat. And neither will I, so we gon' ride till God take you from me. And me round up in the street, try to make ends meet. We roll the tin that don't be winners with under buckets with the fucked up mufflers. Customers relapse, we attack they triggers just to get richer. Perhaps I was envious, you was trying to get your life together. You got this bread and even the bougie bitches down for forever. Wherever I go, I just wanna live on forever. So walk with me. Awkwardly, I tell my story where it gets deep. Trying to accept that I can defeat my own deception. Had a dream. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Dear King was still affected by the infected. Racism still neglected, and we elected a black president. Still don't mean shit, but the win's a win. Will we ever gonna see a darker skin, them Oval Offices? Never again. But you should smile, what's a newer version of you? What makes you proud is one of your biggest dreams did come true. If it was the other way around, it right now would be you. So now it makes a lot of sense why they assassinated you. Cause you was a king. And not one man can have all of that power of all things. But I just seen the impossible become possible. Obama kept his cool while they attacked him. He never backed it up, he just kept his chin up. And let the world from his point of view. What makes it cool is the homies from the Midwest too. I heard the noise when I was next door, straight through my fence while I was spitting my thoughts to you. Send my love to my grandpa too. And through your bird's eye view, you always knew about the dream. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Shit sounds like the movie credits. I play my part so I can get the credit. It was all good just a week ago. It was all a dream, bumping big wireless flow. Baby, my only fear is failure. So I flip the coins until the well dries up. The government lies, so we governing us. You better mean what you say, dog, ain't no covering up. Your Maybelline looks make believe. I'm going hard, so I overachieve. And through this beat, I hope I teach more than just how you receive. I'm going for minds, I'm ripping these lines before it's my time. You know it's do or die. Or suicide, it's a suicide. I'm putting all jokes aside with foolish pride. I had inside within myself. Tied my belt before I ask for help. I hope my presence is felt. And through my first impression, I'm still dealing with the depression of somebody trying to kill me in my dream. Had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are fired. Hit me from the balcony, look, had a dream. Shit, had a dream. But I'm far from Martin Luther King. When my mind is focused on the screen, the stars align, the shots are